Hello, I'm Laura, and I have another episode of What I'm Watching. Today, we are going to go over 3 new selections. In this series, I give you 3 selections streaming across different streaming services that interest me, that I want to share with you. So over the next few minutes, we're going to go over those 3 selections. I'm going to give you a few talking points on each one, and hopefully you'll find something that sparks your interest and you want to watch as well. I do want to let you know that today's selections are all found on Netflix, so if that's not something you're interested in, I just want to let you know up front, these are all on Netflix. So first up, we have the sequel movie, Enola Holmes 2. I have to say, in my opinion, I really think this one is better than the first. The first one was okay. I was interested in enough to watch it, but I didn't really feel the need to rewatch it. This one I think is worth rewatching. I really think it's a lot better than the first one. I like a good mystery or even a thriller. This one, I was able to figure it out. I love that. I kind of like being able to put all the clues that you're given within a movie or a show and see if you can figure it out before you're actually told in that show or movie. And this one, that was something I was able to do, so it's high up there on my list. This movie is not just going to be mystery. Yes, there is a mystery involved, but you're also going to get action and a little bit of comedy. It's kind of that backhanded comedy, which I think that trifecta works very well. Again, I think that's what makes this movie so good. I would love to see this become a franchise. They do set it up for a 3rd installment, which I really look forward to. I love this series. Again, I think the 2nd is better than the 1st, so if they could continue on and bring that over to the 3rd or make the 3rd even better, I'm all for it. Time will tell what they decide to do. Now we're going to go back in time a little bit, and that is going to be where we end up with The Crown. Yes, I know, judge away if you feel the need, but I want to mention it anyway. This series took me a while to get interested, even to want to watch it. I love period pieces. Now, I've watched other dramatized pieces on royal families, but they were like back in, kind of Tudor times. With The Crown, it's more modern, but still before my time. So it was kind of interesting in that perspective of things. Again, if it's not for you, I completely understand. It took me a while to get into it as well. I will say once I started, I really loved season 1 and 2. Those I think were my favorite so far. I really like the actress who played Queen Elizabeth in those first 2 seasons. I'm not gonna lie to you, season 3 was hard for me to get into. Not only did they change the actors, but I guess that time material just didn't interest me as much. I really had to struggle through season 3. But you need that to get to season 4. Now, I find it fascinating to see all of the world events that she lived through, that she experienced, that she was a part of. Kind of seeing, from point A to point D, I really love to see that. Because again, a lot of this is more current, but still before my time. But yet I remember a few things, especially now that we're in season 5. So things are going to start coming into play that I remember as a child. One way that I know I really like something, be it a movie or a series, is if I want to rewatch it, which I mentioned earlier with Enola Holmes. This one, I want to finish season 5 and then go back and rewatch everything. I feel like you get a little bit more from the story when you are more familiar with all of these characters now. Not only that, you'll see things that you might not have seen the first time around, and you'll be able to learn a little bit more, piece things together a little bit more. So this is one I definitely want to finish season 5, go back to season 1, and watch it all again. Now that we've talked about that, we're going to go and switch things around and head to the swamp. And that is where we are going to find ourselves with Where the Crawdads Sing. This movie, again, I heard about a lot of hype around it, but I wasn't necessarily into it. I hadn't read the book. Honestly, I feel like the trailer did a little bit of a disservice to this movie because it didn't interest me. It didn't pull me in. But I went ahead and watched it once it got to Netflix. And I have to say, it has a great storyline. Once you start, you want to know more. So again, I think this one, you just have to try it for yourself. You can't really go based on the trailer. I mean, you may not even go based on what I'm saying, But trust me, once you get it started, once you watch it, it's gonna suck you in. This one kind of gave me a little bit of the Notebook vibes. No, it's not the same. I mean, completely different storyline. It just, for some reason, it kind of gave me those Notebook vibes. I mentioned I love a good mystery. This one has that, and it's going to throw you a little bit of a twist. It's going to throw you off your game, so pay attention. So overall, I'm glad I watched this one. I kind of want to read the book, but it's not high up there on my priority list. But if you don't read the book, definitely watch the movie. If you do decide to watch this one, then come back, leave me a comment. Did you figure it out? Were you right in your assumption, or were you wrong? That brings us to the conclusion of this episode. I hope that these 3 selections will spark your interest, give you something to watch. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that I can see you there. Bye.